Hey, I'm Nick DiMatteo, and welcome to Music is Not a Genre's PODFAST. Ooh! Okay, didn't see that. Humming. I'm gonna have to fix that next time. It's a little glitch here. This is my first one of these, so I'm still working out the kinks. Those of you just listening, I'll explain it some other time. Give me a call. You don't have my number. Just go ahead and message me, and I'll explain what's going on. Or join me at patreon.com/musicisnotagenre. You get all the behind-the-scenes stuff. That's a good way to do it. So anyway, this new sub-series called PODFAST, Don't You Move, is my bonus mini episodes that I'm throwing in for a few reasons. One, because I don't want to leave you hanging all summer. Season 5 is not starting until September, at least. So I wanted to give you all something to listen to, something to watch if you're watching, hopefully, and something to keep you hooked. And also because there are a lot of changes happening, and this is one way to kind of experiment, try new things, and you're seeing and or hearing some of them already. So, hopefully it's semi-successful. It'll lead to something, that's for sure. And this first edition is called Brand New Brand. And it's all about the changes that are taking place behind the scenes here at Music is Not a Genre. Some have already happened, and some are upcoming. So, quickie episode, and we'll get right to it. Short list here. First one, if you've been to youtube.com/Nick DiMatteo, where Music is Not a Genre lives video-wise, as well as a lot of my live music performances that I did during the pandemic and before and after, link to my band Rex page, all of those things. If you've been there, you've noticed some new playlists, and that's because of this. I decided that my numbering system was ridiculous. So, because I started one way, and then I went a different way, and then I went a third way when I started the audio version, and I wanted to try to align all of those. So the first thing I did was I went back to every single video, title-wise, and renumbered them based on the audio version. So season 4, episode 30, was the last episode of the previous season. You'll see that on that video as well on YouTube. And while I was renumbering, and there are now 147 videos and 144 audio episodes, because I took a few of the videos and combined them into one audio episode at the beginning because they were too short. Ironic, now that I'm doing short versions here. While I was doing that, I realized I could make things even easier. So I created playlists, new playlists, as follows on YouTube. This is on youtube.com/Nick DiMatteo. DEMATTEO is DiMatteo. First one is every episode ever, as it sounds. No divisions into the various sub-series, whatever. It is every episode in order, season 1 up until now. Number 2, all of my opinion videos. I call those Music is Everything. That's my sub-series there, where I don't talk about a specific artist. I talk about the various opinions and facts and philosophies and things that connect music to other things in the world. That's one playlist. All the interviews, 24 and counting interview, that was already a playlist, but I kind of cleaned it up, put it all together. Death is Dumb playlist, 9 episodes of Death is Dumb so far. New playlist, all the books, the book talks. I've done 4 book talks, but I also did a half a book talk, sort of. So I have 5 videos in that playlist. And then the thing I may be most excited about is all of the music that has been featured at the end of these episodes. I've done so far, I believe, 21 unique songs from Rec and Nick and The Drop and all of my various names that I go under as a performer. And that's all been collected now in a YouTube playlist. All of these links, as I mentioned them in order, are below, whether you are watching or listening. So please explore. And if you haven't subscribed at youtube.com/Nick DiMatteo, please subscribe. Absolutely. But the biggest one, and the reason why this episode is called Brand New Brand, is that I've been looking at the graphics for everything I've done, and while I like the improvements I've made over the first 4 seasons, it wasn't quite feeling right. So I decided to take some of my extra time, free time that I have here now that I'm not doing weekly episodes, and retool it. And so I've come up with a couple of things, and you've seen some of them at the beginning of this video, or if you're on audio, you see it, the podcast card. You'll see a new color, you'll see a new logo, which says MxG, music is not a genre. Instead of MxG, that was kind of the shorthand before, now it's MxG. You'll see a bunch of changes, including a new photo of me. So it's rebranding in general, and all of that rebranding has been distributed throughout all the various sites. On my website, nickdemadio.com/podcast. You'll see it there. You'll see it on Anchor. You'll see it on YouTube. You know, all the main places. And that's huge because I love graphics. I love designing and tinkering and all of that, and how letters and symbols and everything go together to represent something so well. And I feel like what I've come up with now much better represents who I am and what I'm doing here at Music Is Not a Genre. Another change, you audio people, video people, it's old hat to you, but the audio people, you're now hearing intro music. For this particular sub-series, it's my band Rex song, You Make Me Wanna, the instrumental version. And for others, it's different songs. There's 4 different intro music selections for the different sub-series, things like that. And now the audio people get a shorter version because you don't get the splashy graphics, so let's just get right to it. A little bit shorter version of the music as an intro. I'm also experimenting, as you see, with vertical videos here. If you are only listening, please, youtube.com/nickdemadio or patreon.com/music is not a genre. And check out the new vertical video format. I'm only going to be doing these likely for these PODFAST. It's gone anyway, thankfully. Episodes. Then the rest will probably be horizontal as usual because I prefer that anyway. I am experimenting with animation, as you saw if you're watching. If not, you heard some of the sound effects, and please go check out the video. I'm kind of a goof, and I thought I would incorporate some more of that feeling into certain of the podcast episodes. Anyway, and I'm thinking about a new set, new backdrop, new ways to display what I'm talking about. I haven't made any decisions on that stuff yet. That is absolutely upcoming, and I welcome your input if you have any ideas. I have certain restrictions here based on how I record, separate audio here. Take a look at this microphone. And all of that, but I'm willing to take any suggestions you might have because I'm always trying to make things newer and fresher and more interesting and more, akin to, again, the kind of aesthetic of what I'm doing. As well as if you donate, whether at anchor.fm/music is not a genre or patreon.com/music is not a genre, that money will go directly to the upgrades that I'm thinking about that I can't do without those funds. So that would be a huge help. If you like the changes you've seen so far or you've heard, please consider donating. And that's it, really. This was my first bonus mini episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. In about 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be doing another edition of PODFAST. You missed me. Oh! Certain fonts are heavier.